28th of March, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora. Morning, Rabbi Levitt. How are you?
Good morning, Lou.
Sorry,
Hashem.
I missed Pelioites.
Yeah, that's Erev Pesach.
Yep.
Okay, so morning, Phil.
Good morning. How you doing?
Baruch Hashem. Let's see, where are we going over here? We got where did we get up to? Oh yeah, we started this new section of Amar Reb Chia bar Abba, Amar Reb Yochanan, Toin Tanas Ganav Ba'aveda, Mishalim Tashlumi Kefil.
106 before.
So according to Reb Chia bar Abba and then Reb Yochanan, we also say there's a chiyuv of tashlumi kefil in the case of somebody who finds an aveda and then wrongfully denies it, having it, and swears falsely on it, not giving it back to the owner, but swears falsely. He pays kefil.
Well, wait a second. When he finds a lost object, what are the circumstances that he would swear falsely? Doesn't he have to be accused?
Yeah.
How would he be accused if he found it? Nobody. How does the owner know that it was found?
The owner made inquiries. He found he heard he heard somebody say that he saw Plony has a certain item. He took it into his backyard.
Ah, okay, all right. He says he hears that there was a cow. This cow showed up in Plony's backyard. But in that case, there's already witnesses.
One witness. It's not enough to. It's enough to force a shvua, but
I see. Okay.
But we were talking before. Even the claim of a gadol would already force a shvua as well.
Right.
We said only the shvua, only giving over of a katan would not be able to force a shvua, demand a shvua. But
right, gotcha.
Okay, so the Gemara said my timer because the pasuk says I'll call aveda asher yomar, and oh, actually, that's what we're going to be talking about. Okay, so that was step one. The Gemara said there is such a din like that, even by aveda, he pays kefil, and they quote the pasuk. Fine, and then we brought this brisa. Esvei Reb Chia bar Mamel, Reb Chia bar Abba. So he's bringing a challenge from what looks like a brisa over here. So let's read this brisa again and the Rashi and see what what's going on over here. So Lou, you want to start off with this brisa Esvei?
Esvei Rebbe Abba bar Mamal, the Rebbe Chia Bar Abba. Rabbi Abba bar Mamal challenged Rabbi Chia bar Abba. Ki yitain ish. It's quoting a pasuk. If a man shall give, the English fills in his fellow money or vessels to safeguard. Apparently, this is from Devarim 22:2. Ein netinas katan klum. If a minor gives, it's nothing. The ain li ella nish. I'm sorry, shin sano shenesano kishehu katan usvao. Kishehu katan. Let's see. I only know where he gave the deposit as a minor and sued for it to be returned as a minor. Nisano Kishehu Katan Usavao Kishehu Gadol Minayin. Where he gave it as a minor and sued for it as an adult. From where do I know that case? Talmud Lomar al ad she Elokim yavo devar shenehem. The Torah teaches us that the claim shall come. Both claims shall come to the judges. So I guess both claims means the claim of the minor and the claim of the gadol. Ad shetehei nesina usavi shavin ke echad. This law does not apply unless the giving of the deposit and the suing are alike.
Oh, I see the point. In other words, we have two psukim over here. We have a pasuk in the first part of the brisa, ki yitain ish. When a ish gives over the item,
right?
So that pasuk is describing what's going on at the stage of the nesina. And the next part, what?
Meaning the giving.
Yeah, the giving over of the item. And so over there, we see clearly that the Torah is saying that a ish is the one who's giving over and not a katan.
Gadol.
Right. A gadol, right. And the next pasuk that the brisa quotes over here, the next pasuk that the brisa quotes over here is this pasuk, which is also in this parsha over here. If we would look in the Chumash, a few psukim away, ad Elohim yavo dvar shnehem. which basically means until the judges will come devar shnehem. Shnehem over here is referring to the both of the parties of the case. The matter of the two people, meaning the two parties of the case, the claimant and the one that's being claimed against, their matter will come before the judges, and he will claim over there in the Bezdin that he deposited this thing to the guy, and he's got to give it back, and so so therefore, since these two psukim are together in that parsha, so the Gemora is saying that there is a legal connection between these two parshas. We call it a hekesh, and that's why the Bryce is learning ad shetiyeh nesinas u'tvia shavin ke'echad. So you need to have the giving over and the tvia, the claim that's made in Bezdin ke'echad. It should be as one. What does it mean that it should be as one? It should be that the legal status of the one who gave it over is going to be equal at both stages. Firstly, at the stage of the giving over of the item, and also at the stage of the making the claim in the Bezdin. So
the depositor
are seeing this price over here.
Alike. I'm sorry, Rabbi, I interrupted you.
Okay.
So the status of the one who is making the deposit is what has to be the same.
The deposit and the claimant have to be the same.
In other words, we see from the first pasuk that it says clearly in the pasuk that that the one who's giving it over, he's a gadol, because it says ish. So even though we don't see in the second pasuk that he's got to be a gadol, it just says devar shneim, the both of them. But so you might think to say, oh, well, but maybe yes, he has to be a gadol, maybe not. He doesn't need to be. What was the Gemora's question over here? The Gemora's question was this, that it says based upon the first pasuk, that would only tell me that ainli ella shenasno kishahu katan, b'tavo kishahu katan. If we only had one pasuk, that one pasuk it says ish, so I would say, okay, so this parsha, his nesina is nothing, only if he's a katan at both stages. But if, let's say, he's a katan in the first stage, but in the second stage he's a gadol, so we wouldn't know. That's what the Gemara asked, minayin. Where would we know that in that case, that if he maybe it's, in other words, maybe it would be enough. Maybe it would be enough. This is deceptively simple over here. Deceptively complicated.
Yeah, I'm lost.
No, there is adding. We have some Rashis to do anyway.
Okay, so let's do the Rashis.
But the whole point is, you have to look at the pasuk, okay, and that's what this is trying to say. The pasuk's on the Torah or, and the pasuk starts al kol devar. That's what the pasuk starts. Okay, Esha al shor chamor, and so on, so on. So the question is, they're learning out the second piece from having the pasuk. The ish piece covers the katan becoming a katan. It says it can't work for a katan as a katan. This is saying, why can't the katan, after he becomes an adult make a claim? That's because the pasuk says, "I'll call devar." It has to be they have to be of the same standing, so to speak. So the same standing, it means a katan becoming a gadol would not be acceptable for suing. That's what the extra pasuk is telling you. Now, you want to catch up on some of these Rashis and see if that's what my understanding is.
In other words, we might have thought to say, I hear what you're saying now. We might have thought to say that it clearly says in the first pasuk, ish, that he's got to be an ish. We might have thought to say that it's a disqualifying psul, that his nesina is nothing, is only if not only was he a katan when he gave it over, but he was also a katan when he made the tefillah in Bezdin. Maybe that's what we would have thought to say. And therefore we have a question. What about if he's not a katan when he's making tefillah in Bezdin? Maybe in that case, it's enough that he's a gadol now when he's making a tefillah in Bezdin. It doesn't matter that he was a katan when he gave it over. That was the Gemara's question. That was the Bryce's question. And on that, the Bryce is saying, no, you need him to be a gadol in both cases, because the next pasuk, which talks about them going to Bezdin, is where the Bryce is making a legal connection between the two of them. But that's where I get lost. Fine, there's a legal connection. And now, ad shetieh nesina u'tefillah shavin ke'echad. Okay, so the tefillah and the nesina have to be equal, meaning to say, just like we see clearly that the pasuk said in the first pasuk that he's got to be a gadol, he can't be a katan. So too, we're going to say that he's got to be a gadol, and he cannot be a katan in the second pasuk. But that is what's confusing me. Okay, let's. I think Phil's right. Let's take a look at the Rashi.
The first, all the Rashis begin 1, 2, 3, 4 lines before it gets wide. I'll call a Veda on all lost things. L'chule Yishalem Shnayim, that he has to pay kefil. Now it says Ein Netina Katan Klum. Any giving anything to a katan is meaningless. Dixiv ish, that it's the pasuk says it has to be an ish, a man, prat to exclude the katan. It has to exclude a katan. De'ein nish be'ein al tanat netinato, because the katan is not able to swear on a claim of giving.
No, the defendant is not going to be made to swear based upon the taina of this katan that he gave it over. The one who's the katan is the giver, the one that gave over the item for safekeeping. So ein nishboin on nesinas on tanis nesinas. So the defendant, even if he's a gadol, doesn't matter what he is. It's not the issue with the one that's holding the item. He cannot be forced to swear based upon the claim of the giving over of a katan. Like it says, ein nesinas katan klum. The giving over of a katan is nothing. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that much we know. But let's see what he says after that. Ein boin lidei kefo.
Let me get my place again. The ain boing day kafo, and you don't ask in relation to kafo, al yaday, or according to the haha kafo kativ, because it's written in kafo.
Okay, so Rashi's saying over here, what do we mean when we say that the giving over of a katan of the item to the custodian to watch is nothing? What do we mean by that? That is nothing. We mean, said Rashi, that the custodian cannot be forced to swear based upon the claim that the katan comes into Bezdin and says, "I gave over my thing to you, and where is it? Give it back," or swear that something happened to it, whatever. No, he can't. He can't. The Cutton's Nasina, his claim that he gave a Nasina has no ability to do that. It's nothing. And then Rashi adds that really and he adds Ein boin lidei kefo al yado. The giving over of a katan can never come to a chiv kefil on behalf of the on account of the custodian who would make a shvua. The haka kefil ksiv, because here in this pasuk, which delineates that an ish gave it over, is where it says over here about the chiyuv of kefil. That right, if they go to the bezdin and then he's gonna pay kefil. I think that's what the hacha over here is. Maybe we should take a look at the pasuk actually. If you don't believe Rashi, you don't take his word for it. But maybe we should look it up. Rashi says here it's written kefil. Where is it written kefil? We want to know. I would assume what it means is it's written over here kefil in the parsha where it says that kiyitain ish, that an ish gave it over, and therefore we got a parsha over here that could force the guy to make a shvua, which if false, he could end up paying kefil on it. We don't have a Torah or that talks about that pasuk.
It has the pasuk, but it doesn't have the kafo in that pasuk.
Doesn't
the
say anything about kefil.
Or is in pasuk tet. It says ki teinish.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. That pasuk doesn't have the word kafo.
Yeah. So where does Rashi mean when he says the hacha kefil ksiv? I guess we'd have to take a look in the parsha over here. Shmos Chaf Beis. Let's take a look over here. I gotta go to. Thank you. I gotta go to the shopping. 12:30. Okay. Okay. So where is this pasuk?
8, pasuk 8. It says, for any sinful word, for an ox, for a donkey, for a sheep, for a garment, for any lost item about which he will say that this is it. That it is this. the judges shall come, both to the judges shall come both their claims. Whomever the court finds guilty shall pay two to his fellow.
Oh, okay.
But it does not say kefil in the Hebrew, it says shnayim.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Same thing, okay?
Oh, so that is yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. It says it. Yeah, that pasuk is in the Torah, or it says shnaim. It doesn't say kefil, but that's what Rashi. That's what Rashi must mean, because that's the pasuk that the Brisa was using to say that's the pasuk that says the pasuk says. The Brisa said, "Talmud Lomer ad Elohim yovo devar shneim." So until the judges will come, their claims, their cases of the two people, and that pasuk concludes that Yishalem Shnayim l're'eu. He'll pay 2 times to his friend. That's what Rashi means when he says here it's written kefil. So, okay, good. Okay, next Rashi.
Next Rashi, Ainli Ella. This I only know this. Ainli Ella kishenatnu kishehu katan, when he gave it as a katan, v'tovu kishehu katan, and when he made a claim on it as a katan. The ichal name, there is to say the ha ish, that is an ish. Hashta, now kai going on. The hachi komer, and it's to say ki when he gives mishahu akshavish, the one who is now a man, is shot, but at the time tanat of his claim, prat to exclude linatina. When he gave it, Mishahu a dayan katan, one who gives it when he's still a katan. About have akshav ish, but if he's now he's an adult, lo mimat lo, we don't exclude it.
Right. So Rashi's taking pains over here to make very clear to us. Well, where's the Gemora getting this? The Brisa, where does the Brisa get this Havamina from to say that, well, even though he was a katan at the time of giving over, maybe maybe he'll if he's a gadol by the time he makes the tefillah, maybe he will be able to make a valid tefillah and force him to swear. If his tefillah is at the time that he's a gadol. Rashi's explaining, where did the Gemara get to say that? How do you know that case would be a different case than the case of if he would be a katan all the way through, whether he's a cut, but being that he's a katan at the time of the nesina, at the giving over, being that he's a katan at the time of the tefillah of the claim in Bezdin against the custodian. So Rashi's taking pains over here to point out how it could work out in the pasuk. Iklamemeda hai ish. This that it says ish in the pasuk, he itain ish. Ahashtakoi. It's going on right now. Right now, it means right now that he's making a claim in the Bezdin. We read the pasuk. I read the pasuk. I thought that it's talking about at the time of the giving over, that he gives it over, and he's a katan, because that's what the Gemara said. Ein nesina's katan klum. Then the nesina of a katan is worthless, and because it says ish in the pasuk at the time that he's, and it's referring to says he gives it over as an ish. But Rashi says that no, we might have thought to say that this word ish, hi ish ahashtakoi, it's going on. What is his status now at the time meaning now, meaning at the time that he's making a claim in the Beis Din. And this is how that would accord in the pasuk. Ki yitain mishahu akshav ish. This that it says in the pasuk that when a person will give it over, who's the one who's giving over? The one who is now standing before us in the Beis Din and making the claim, who is now an ish. He's now a gadol. That'll be good enough, even though at the time that he gave it over physically, actually, he was a katan. B'shas taina, prat lenasinas mishahu adayin katan. That's the only thing that the pasuk of ki ish is coming to exclude. It's only coming to exclude that he was a katan at the time of the claim in the Beis Din. But if he would now be an ish, he would not be excluded from this parsha, which provides for them going to the Beis Din, and the one that loses out, meaning the defendant, he will end up having to pay kefil. Okay. So on that, so now Rashi, there's another Rashi over here. Nosnu keshehu katan v'tavu keshehu gadol minayin. Okay, so we have, and there's a Rashi after that one too.
Okay.
Talmud Lomar Yavod Devar Shneim.
So we're up to Natnan Keshu Katan V'Tovo Keshu Gadol.
Right.
This thing that he gave it as a katan, and he made a claim when he's an adult. And where did he learn from? Dipata, that he'd be pata from that.
Right.
And Talmud Lomar, the reason is Yavod Devar Shnehem. That it says he will come the var for both of them.
Right, that's the second pasuk that the Brisa quoted. Talmud Lomar Ad Elohim Yavo Devar Shneim, until the judges, the both of them, their claims will come.
Ikash, that's a question on the Natina that he gave it.
Iskish, a hekish.
It's a hekish that he gave it. V'hamda bedin, and he was standing in front of judgment. V'hade, on this, the bride of Brisa needs to be an ish. He has to be a man. What's it called?
Right. Okay, so we see here clearly how Rashi's understanding, and then this resolves the confusion that I had over here. Rashi is saying that the Brisa is saying that there's a hekesh between these two psukim in the parsha, and what does it mean that the Rashi clarifies? What's the hekesh? What's the legal comparison over here that we are making? We're making a legal comparison between the stage of Nesina at the time that he gives it over, V'hamada bedin, and at the time that he's standing in din, meaning at the time that he's making the tefiyah against the custodian. Lahadode, both of them are legally compared together. In what way are they legally compared? Says Rashi, the betravayu be'inin ish, that on both of them, on both of these stages, we need to have an ish. So it's not enough. It won't be enough that he's simply a gadol at the time of the tefiyah. He's got to be also a gadol at the time of the nesina. That's what we are learning over here from the. That's what Rashi is telling us that the Brisa is teaching us by saying the Talmud Lomar. That in other words, the Brisa asked the question, oh, well, maybe this that it says ki yitain ish is only, it's only going to be a disqualification if he's a katan also on the giving over and also at the time of the tefillah in Besdin, where he's standing in Besdin. On that, the Bryce says no, because we're making a hekesh between these two psukim and these two stages in the story. Two stages in the story are, the first stage is the time of the giving over, where it says in the pasuk ish, he's got to be an ish. The second thing that it says in the parsha is at the time of Yavo Devar Shneim, the Elohim, that goes to the judges, both of them, to make the tefillah. At that time also, he's got to be a gadol. So we need to have that he's a gadol at both stages. That's so therefore any combination or permutation otherwise that he's a gadol at both stages, it will mean that that's cannot hold the cannot make the guy swear, and he will never be chayav kefil.
Okay.
Go ahead, Rabbi.
Be well.
Goya. Okay.
Have a great day.
Okay, everybody have a great day.